What's up, guys? This is another one of those post-game commentary things. This one's going to be a little bit different than the last one, because this is another one of those kind of special games, but it's mostly because I learned a really annoying comp today. So that comp is going to be, if I remember, it's Vale, Sunny, Jack, and Torvald. And you guys are going to see why. I think like the game previous that I did that was post-game commentary was like the best game of Evolve that I've ever played, like the most fun. This is probably the most stressful game of Evolve I've ever played, or really close to it. Alright, so we're on Fusion Plant. This is one of those really old maps. I tend to play the same path. You want to use that Sloth Alley is what people call it, long ago. You want to use this to your advantage to juke people, because it's really hard to really create distance on this map because it's kind of a smaller map and it's really easy for the hunters to traverse. I think that's damage buff also. So you can use this to juke them. That wasn't that bad. I took a little bit of health damage because I took both zaps, but it was not that bad. Could have been worse. So what I want to do, because I've spent so much time in here already, is I need to see if the trapper is cutting or if he's following directly. If he's following directly, I can just continue down towards the other sloth, cut across the center of the map. If he's cutting, and also a lot of the time, long ago, I used to ambush with this sloth, and the sloth could help me. So I'm still not sure, actually. Okay, that is Assault. Assault Trapper? Is that what they did? Okay. So you're seeing a little bit. They actually messed this up a couple times before they get it right. I don't know if you guys caught what they did there, though. You'll see it more a little bit later. But what they're doing is Jack is holding me in place while Torvald is landing mortars. And they also use Vale to do the same thing. Obviously it's not as great of an effect, but the Trank is pretty annoying. And then Sunny is just annoying for mobility wise anyway. Like, this entire team revolves around slowing my mobility and making theirs that much faster with Sunny. Their whole team's focused on mobility, and Torvald just deals a ton of damage when I can't move. Torvald already kind of counters Wraith. I've talked about it in a couple of my videos when I play Torvald, but you just can use Abduction to hit your mortars as Torvald. And this Val does some really great tranks throughout this game. Like, she is very on point. They're all kind of... At the very start of the game, they messed up their combo a little bit. And actually, I think this game ends really annoyingly as well. But we'll get to that at the end of the game. So they have damage buff also, which is kind of annoying. Probably shouldn't be engaging right here, but... I kind of feel like she made a mistake there. Sunny can really help. Get people out of bad spots that make mistakes like that, though. But yeah, I'm not evolved ready and they have damage buff. I probably should have ran. You just saw me get evaporated. I took almost all of my armor off because I got hit by Torvald mortars. Super punishing for Wraith with the lower armor and health pools. Although I think stage 1, Wraith has the same as Kraken. So now I'm in mitigate damage mode right now. Jack's being super annoying with his repulsion glove. I'm hoping there's enough room in here that I can, like... Oh my god, I got hit by that stupid Jack satellite as well. I would have actually been in a pretty good spot here had I not gotten hit by that. that was like a bar of health. I would have only taken a sliver. And Veil is really annoying when she hits her tranks against Wraith. Because when I don't have warps and I'm tranked, you can see how slow I move. Like, I'm just waiting for warps right now. And they can practically catch right up to you, so I have to armor back up here. And I'm not evolve ready, because I took a stupid fight. So this is a little bit for me as well, like, learning from my mistakes. And I should have known that they took that damage buff. And shouldn't have taken a fight until I was evolve ready, or they got a surprise dome on me. But I could have gotten away from that one, I'm pretty sure. Because despite this annoying comp, it was still winnable up until the end. So I am evolve ready now. I know I'm probably going to have to take a fight. I believe I try to skirt around the edge though, because Jack, if he doesn't land the stupid satellite that I'm backing away from, isn't that great at actually tracking the monster. As soon as Jack loses the monster, it's really hard to find it again. So that's what I was going for. I took down that tree, and I think that might have been what gave me away, because I saw that trank go by my head, and I was like, okay, time to run. So I think another mistake happens right around here. I think I go for an evolve because I thought I created enough distance, but I didn't. I think they end up doming me on this evolve, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I smelled them right at the very end of that. I was thinking to myself that I was going to get domed. I should have taken the decoy right there also. Another mistake. As soon as I knew I was going to get domed here, I should have taken decoy instead of supernova. So I'm trying to kill Jack. Because I want to get out of the dome. And because he has a strike, but here it comes, I think. No, not quite. He only hit me with a couple of those. But you hear that, and then you get repulsion gloved, and you're like, oh my god. There's a Q. You can see the damage that I'm taking though. The combo with that repulsion glove is actually pretty good. There's some. There we go. That was the damage I was looking for. Full bar of health. See, that was game changing. I was probably ahead before that fight, and now I'm very far behind. Still winnable, but really behind. And he's actually stopping me from like behind me. I haven't really played around with that change to Jack where they made his angle like double. But you can actually kind of turn that around and stop the monster from going forward. I don't think that's quite how it's fully intended, but oh my god, I got hit by, I think, the tracking satellite, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm getting punished so hard off of that. I'm still getting punished for that evolve. If I would have just taken the fight down at that little ship down there, would have been in a much better spot. Luckily that did not zap me, because that could have easily zapped me right there if the server lagged a little bit. So I see they're circling around the other side. This allows me to get a little bit of distance. At least I'm not getting back-to-back tranked anymore. It's rare that I get tranked multiple times as Wraith because of the small hitbox, But this is one of those games where the Trank was so annoying. But yeah, rewatching this game, I mean, I made some pretty obvious mistakes. Two fights, well, one fight and one evolve that I shouldn't have made. It's basically cost me all of my health, so... It's still a really annoying comp, and I think that if you have a team of... How many people do you think... Well, they missed that dome. How many people do I think that you would need to make that work? You need at least Jack and Torvald, probably. Those two are the core. And the Jack has to be really good with that repulsion glove, because unless you're going like towards Jack, it's really hard to make that work. Val is nice to have, obviously because of the slow. You don't really need Sunny for it. You could use Cabot and make it even more punishing, but... I mean, I'm getting evaporated during this fight. And it's mostly Torvald mortars. I'm actually like listening right now to see if I even hear his shotgun, and it sounds like he's actually just... There's that punish on the abduction right there. I got a full health bar taken away because I abducted. Yeah, so now the game is over. It should be unrecoverable. I think I bring it back a little bit, but yeah, I've taken so much damage. It didn't zap me again. I'm getting really lucky with these mammoth birds. Not sure what causes that. I'm wondering if your ping is too high or something. It doesn't recognize that you abduct it for a little bit too long, and the mammoth bird zaps you or something, I don't know. But I have definitely had that happen. But yeah, this is a really good comp. I wish that I had like a bunch of people that I play with. Like, I wish Hijinks still played and people like that, so that I could try this comp, because it's really fun. I do get a nice pounce on the assault and burn through the entire shield and even half of his hit points. And getting a down penalty on the assault, like, you know, we always talk about priority targets. Assault technically would be #1 if they didn't have shield. But if you can get an assault down at the start of a fight, their damage goes like to nothing, so I'm trying to keep the assault down. Sunny's being annoying as always. But I mean, I'm hardly taking any damage during this fight now. Like, Torvald is actually one of the linchpins of this team because they don't have a whole lot of damage without him. Jack doesn't do that much damage unless he hits with his satellite. Sunny does pretty good damage. But they do end up getting Torvald back up, which is kind of annoying. Get out of the mortars. I got hit by him a little bit. Didn't take any health damage, got 2 strikes, so... Well, never mind. Mammoth bird, OP. But yeah, I brought it back a little bit, but I mean, I need to get this evolve off, and I need to not take any health damage after this evolve. You can see I'm avoiding mammoth birds like the plague right now, because I see this CDR, and I think I actually come back for that at some point. I don't remember. But if I ever had a chance to win, it would be with 3 strikes going into stage 3. The one thing that is good about Wraith is anything is possible all the way up until the end of the game. As long as you make it to stage 2, you have the like damage output to kill everyone. If you can hit like 2 or 3 people with a warp blast, you can basically finish off all of those people back to back to back, as long as you like take out the medic or something pretty quickly. I think more than any other monster I've been able to kill an entire team within my armor bar is Wraith. Like from start to finish, with all of them being up to all of them being dead, I think the lowest amount of time I've taken is with Wraith. At stage 2. I've had countless wins. I think because there's so much area of effect, you can use Supernova to hit multiple people, and Warp Blast to hit multiple people. And like each of those abilities can take over half of their total hit points. So I think here's where I decide to go back for that CDR buff. And here is also where the game gets even more frustrating. This was not the way that I wanted to lose this game. It is something cool that I think you guys will enjoy seeing. Maybe you can get the exact spot that they throw the dome. And maybe it's something that happens, maybe it happened in like ESL and a lot of you guys have already seen it. I don't follow the Evolve Pro scene probably as much as I should. I think a lot of the matches get played on Sundays, and I work on Sundays, so I tend to not watch them. But yeah, they're over where I want to be right now, which is kind of annoying. I still think even at this point the game is very winnable. And I think up until like the very last dome, and that stupid satellite hit me again, I thought that it was winnable. So I think I'm trying to pull them away from that buff right now. They actually have it right now also. That is not something that I noticed when I was in game. I was too stressed out with their comp to be playing properly. I'm not sure if I end up actually getting over to that area and getting that buff. I think that that it expires before I get there. But yeah, I'm not sure what the time is right now, but I'm not. If I could have expired that buff, it might have helped me a little bit. Because they made a game-changing mistake in a little bit here, because they mess up what they were trying to do. But yeah, I'm looking for that buff right now, I can't find it. Didn't notice that they had the buff. I should be looking for a dead corpse and not for the coloring on them. Now I look for poison. Don't find that. At this point it was easier for me to kill them because I know that the buff icon will appear once it's dead. Even if it's bugged, it always appears, I think, when it's dead. Alright, so I think here is where they try initially to do what their little strategy was. And they fail the first time. So I'm like looking for their setup right now, and I'm very confused that I don't see any of them. I think that they're trying to time me out. Initially. I was looking off to the right, and now I see them all the way over there. I'm like, what are they doing? Still doesn't occur to me. They throw the dome, and I'm like, what are they doing? And, yeah. Has not occurred to me what they're trying to do. But it's a game-ending mistake nonetheless. They have to use all of their jetpack to get to me. So if I ever had a chance, it would be right now, but I don't remember what happens. I think I picked the wrong target. I'm going after Jack when I shouldn't be. Shouldn't be going after Kyra either. It needs to be Sunny. Sunny is basically Hank. That jetpack boost is so good. It's a Hank that can shield herself. And I get satellited. And at this point I have to leave. Probably should have left before this, because I don't have a dome. There's nothing that could stop me. I have 2 minutes. I can easily take one more fight, so I think I should have left before I even lost all of my armor. Once that fight started going poorly, I should have reassessed my plan and went after Sunny. But their comp was really stressing me out towards the middle of that game. But this next dome, they'll successfully do what they were trying to do. A lot of you have probably already figured it out, but they're trying to... Well, I'll let you guys see it. It's pretty cool. I mean, I have to admit. The fact that someone stood there and tried to do this, it's something that... It doesn't really need to be fixed, because I could fight them. I could just go to where they are. Or, like, as soon as they... Well, no. I couldn't lure them towards me. Because they can instantly throw the dome and I'm trapped. So I would have to go fight them. That's the only way to counter this. So they'll throw the dome. I mean, your timing has to be pretty good. And you can see right now, I finally realized it. As soon as I saw this, I'm like, okay, maybe I can just sit here and lure them into here. But yeah, I can't fit through that door right now. That's the big thing right here. I can't actually fit through that doorway. They can. So I can only really go after Assault. The good thing is I do get a stealth pounce that messes with their plan a little bit. I think the best thing that I could do to mess with their plan was this. I think I did a pretty good job. Like, he keeps trying to get back, and I'm trying to make it so that he can't get back to his friends. Torvald's also really good with this because of his mortars. Although maybe they hit the dome a little bit, I don't know. Hyde would be also really good with this strategy rather, comp. And the relay even gets in my way as well. It's super annoying. Like, I was really stressed out after this loss, but it's pretty cool. Thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.